Everyone, how's it going? I hope you're all well. You have been doing your online lessons, right? Right. So I have a question for you. Do you watch TV? What TV programs have you been watching lately? I'm older than you, so we probably watch different TV programs. Do you watch animation or drama? Or just YouTube, game streaming. Now, can you guess what we're going to talk about today? Today, we're going to talk about a famous UK TV show that's popular in the UK and across the world. We're going to talk about Doctor Who. Maybe some of you know it already. Doctor Who is a TV show on the BBC. BBC is a broadcast station in the UK, similar to KBS or SBS. It is a show about an alien called Doctor and his companions from Earth who travel through space and time in his ship called the TARDIS. Because it is a show about time travel, it's usually called a sci-fi program. In case you didn't know, sci-fi is short for science fiction. So science, fiction. But the show has many kinds of stories like action adventure or horror. As I've already said, Doctor Who is about an alien time traveler called the Doctor. Because no one knows his name, and he only calls himself the Doctor, people keep saying, Doctor Who?
Doctor Who?
Doctor Who?
Doctor Who?
Doctor Who?
Doctor Who? Doctor Who?
Doctor Who?
The Doctor's from an alien race called the Time Lords, who can travel through time, but they follow a very strict rule of not disturbing historical events. However, the Doctor is a renegade. It often goes to Earth and enrolls companions to bring on its adventures. They witness and intervene in historical events, help people, and defend the Earth and the universe from evil. Remember, I told you that the 60s was just after World War II. The 60s were a time of optimism. World War II had just finished and people felt change was in the air. The economy was rapidly improving and new music... Okay. In short, from 1957 onwards, after the first satellite went into space, people started to become interested in sci-fi and lots of houses started to have TV. So naturally, sci-fi TV programs were made. The show started in 1963. It's so old that when it started, it was in black and white. The original series had 26 seasons and more than 500 episodes. It aired from 1963 to 1989. It was losing popularity in the 80s and stopped in 1989. But in 2005, it was revived for a new generation and continued from the original story, and has been popular ever since. The series is also in the Guinness World Record for the longest running sci-fi show. It was originally meant to be an educational family show and was aired on a Saturday evening. It was supposed to teach history and science. However, the sci-fi stories were more popular, and so they changed the style to having more original stories. They were still a little bit educational, just not the main point. Doctor Who has been or is currently broadcasted in many different countries across the world. The new series was first broadcasted in Korea on KBS in June 2005. It has been shown on KBS 1, KBS 2, and EBS 2. In 2009, it was named one of the top 3 best UK programs in Korea. I think the last season shown in Korea was in 2017. So you were around 10? Did you watch it? Did you watch Doctor Who? In the story, the Doctor doesn't die. Every time he gets too old or too hurt, he regenerates instead. Every time he regenerates, he changes bodies and has a slightly different personality. This meant that different actors have played the Doctor. In total, there have been 14 Doctors. The newest Doctor is played by Jodie Whittaker. She started playing the role in 2018. This is the first time the Doctor has been played by a woman. She is from Huddersfield in the northern part of England, and so has a northern English accent. There have been many different aliens and enemies throughout the years. But the most famous one is the Daleks. The Daleks are a race of alien mutants whose goal is to exterminate all life in the universe. They are the Doctor's biggest enemy. The aliens live inside their robot armor, which has one eye and a gun. Yes, they look kind of silly. Kind of like giant pepper pots. Not that pepper pot. This pepper pot. And they have a gun that looks like a toilet plunger. But inside, they're horribly disfigured due to their mutation.
Now, join with me. No! Get off me! I did everything you asked of me! No!
Looks kind of like a squid. Their catchphrase is "exterminate," which they often say when they are attacking.
Exterminate! 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 Exterminate!
They have become iconic in UK pop culture, often being parodied. Most recently, they've appeared because of the coronavirus.
All you must keep it down. All you must self-isolate by order of the Daleks. All you must keep it down. All you must self-isolate by order of the Daleks.
Other famous enemies include the Cybermen, human cyborgs that have replaced all their body parts and emotions. The Weeping Angels, aliens that look like statues, but they attack you when you're not looking. Remember, don't blink. The Silence, an alien race that has been living on Earth, but humans can only remember them when they can see them. Time travel. Everyone loves time travel. That should be enough of a reason to like the show, right? Yeah? Yeah, I think so. Okay, seriously. Because the story is about a time traveler, it meant that the show's writers could think of many creative stories. There is a lot of variety. The Doctor could be talking to Vincent van Gogh, or he could be on a ghost train in space. The stories can be drama, or horror, or action adventure. So there is something for everyone. The Doctor. The Doctor is an interesting character. He is funny, he is clever. Although the Doctor sometimes does fight, most of the time he tries to use his brain to resolve conflicts, rather than using physical force. You see, the Doctor doesn't carry a gun. Instead, he carries a sonic screwdriver, because he always tries to fix things. He fixes conflicts. Also, even though he is very old and very clever, he isn't perfect. His human friends always makes his character develop, and we can empathize with him. The UK. Doctor Who indirectly gives you a glimpse into the UK culture. You can see different places, see different UK people, and can hear their different accents. You can see the way people behave. And because they travel in time, you can learn a little bit about historical events from around the world. You can start by watching the first episode of its revival in 2005. That episode is called Rose. But if even 2005 looks a little old, then start with the first episode of the 12th Doctor. The episode is called The Pilot. Or you can start with the first episode of the newest Doctor. The episode is called The Woman Who Fell to Earth. Both of them were made for newcomers. If you want to watch just one episode, you can try Don't Blink from 2007 or Mummy on the Orient Express from 2014, both of which are horror inspired. Or Season 5 Episode 10. The episode is about Vincent van Gogh. Those episodes don't really require knowledge about Doctor Who, so you can just watch it and enjoy. So there you go, a short introduction to Doctor Who. What do you think? Does Doctor Who look interesting? Would you watch it? Answer the questions on Band and let me know what you think. Everyone, have a great weekend and I'll see you next week. Bye bye.